talk to her about expendables.
Bitch, shut the up.
Oh, bitch. Oh, I got you, bitch. Sis, is it that serious that you have to throw a phone because you're mad because I told the truth on you? I'm tired of the girls just like using violence when you can just use your voice. Y'all don't know how to just talk to somebody or be mad or scream, yell.
Karlie, be for real. We both know that you done sit here and call this man all kind of liars and stalkers, and now you gonna take his word for it?
Woo, baby.
The reunion of love and hip-hop in Atlanta was so dramatic that it might have been cut with a knife. It was like negotiating an abyss of unsaved conflicts and sneaky side glances. It felt as though Shad had been tossed back and forth between Karlie and Bambi for days. The audience child's clapping back was always dirtier than the last time. It was only a matter of waiting until one of them could really fly. Karlie used a woman to strike Bambi. I'm not really sure why you came out with such a strong opinion, but there was that venom. Bambi would not have it. Snapping back, her eyes were shining brightly. Fortunately, I'm not a phony friend. You only contribute drama, sis. Not only are you not skilled in it,
But at it.
Bitch, for trying to get with my ex. He told me you him.
You're a lying ass bitch, Karlie. You're a lying ass bitch.
Business with coming over here and saying some like that. You're a lying ass
Stop all that. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Gas.
petroleum in an attempt to maintain charm. The presenter tried to interrupt all of the nervous women, but Karlie was already on one civil, so you wanted civil. The audience looked to be holding their breath. That's right, she went there. Don't be as horrible as people for once. The crowd lost their composure as Bambi's hand shook the entire studio with the thunderous sound it made as it flew over Karlie's face before anyone could blink. With her fingers poised for anything, Bambi stepped forward. These hands are completely poisonous. You can easily run your mouth without being caught. My mind is a jumbled mess, honey. Karlie looked shocked, as though she couldn't believe it. But her disbelief soon gave way to anger. Oh, you think you can slap me and just walk, Naboo? Karlie instantly reached for her phone and hurled it as hard as she could at Bambi. After flying past Bambi's head, the phone struck the floor with such force that it broke into pieces. As the audience gasped, rumors began to circulate like wildfire. There was a tremendous deal of anxiety. Someone cried, "Get her out of here," from the back, and security hurried over. When they arrived on the set, Karlie and Bambi appeared solemn and ready to deal with the chaos. A guard yelled in front of them to calm the situation. With her heart pounding, Karlie looked at Bambi and said, "You better pray I don't get to you before they do." Standing erect and unfazed, Bambi squared her shoulders as if to say, "I'm right here, Karlie. Girl, you're so pitiful that you believe I'm afraid of a simple slap in a damaged phone." The guards erected a wall between them to prevent the heat from increasing. The host was having trouble refocusing, and the place was still going nuts. "Ladies, this is not what we're here for," he said, raising his hands to win peace. But the audience responded negatively. In addition to shouting their opinions, they were supporting their favorite performers. The host was begging, "We came to talk, not throw hands." But that ship had already set sail in the circus.
Be for real. We both know that you done sit here and call this man all kind of liars and stalkers, and now you gonna take his word for it that I'm with him? Now you just reaching, and now, again, you're a weird ass bitch.
As Karlie hurled her venom-dripping voice, her lip curled in distaste, and Bambi laughed sharply and coldly. Her words were, "Girl, please. I am the greatest thing you have ever experienced. Your anger stems from your inability to accept reality." Bambi and Karlie were staring at one another with a death look, neither of them willing to move. When Karlie went too far, one of the security guards grabbed her arm and attempted to pull her back before she lost her temper. Karlie was far from finished, but you both need to relax. "Please let me go. I'm not finished." She resisted the guard as though she were ready to take on business right then. Adrenaline surged through Bambi's veins, causing her eyes to narrow. "Hurry up, Karlie. I am right here and don't frighten me." The crowd went wild, half of them cheering for Karlie, kindling her fire, and the other half cheering for Bambi, appreciating her unwavering enthusiasm. The host, God bless their souls, tried to make sense of the mayhem, but the atmosphere in the room was such that you felt the entire world stop to watch these two. Everyone, take a deep breath now. We will resolve this situation. When the soldiers dragged the two women away backstage, their last frustrated glance was more telling than words could possibly express. This feud was clearly just getting started, honey. Bambi was leaning against the wall with her arms crossed, as if ready for anything, and Karlie was pacing like a lioness, ready to jump, but backstage was as tense as a kettle about to boil. You honestly believe that after disrespecting me in that way, you can just walk away? The sharpness of Karlie's tone was like glass breaking. Bambi fired back, cool and collected. Girl, you know that you brought this all on yourself. I'm finished playing your petty games. It was getting quite heated, huh? While producers hurried about trying to calm the claimer, the unresolved dispute remained simmering and waiting for a reason to erupt once more. This battle was simply a taste of the drama boiling beneath the surface, and everyone knew it was like a spark in a conflagration. Every juicy moment was watched by the audience, who knew the fires would rekindle.
Here it is. Get my phone back. Bump, 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 bitch.
Get her up there in the grass. Get her up in the grass. Wait for the
What are we doing?
Karlie.
That's not cool. We can talk about this. I was trying to talk to her about it. Sensible.
Oh my goodness.
Talking about our Kai. Now she's taking it too far, talking about
A gasp, ladies. Let's keep this civil, the presenter tried to add, but Karlie wasn't feeling cooperative. Shock hung heavy in the air. Try being a decent human being for once. Bambi remarked, moving closer, her fists tightening. You think you can say anything that comes to mind without any repercussions. You turn into a mess really fast. Bambi's hand sprung open and slapped Karlie across the face so hard it echoed across the studio, sending the audience into complete chaos and their faces showing confusion. Karlie's eyes grew wide, caught off guard, but that surprise soon turned to anger. And you think you can simply slap me and walk away like it's nothing, but not today. The audience gasped, and the tension increased as Karlie snatched up her phone and threw it at Bambi with all of her strength. It sailed through the air, narrowly missing Bambi's head before crashing into the floor and shattering into a million pieces. Someone in the back yelled, "Get her out of here," and the audience began to murmur incredulous things, which quickly spread like wildfire. The drama was only becoming hotter, and the situation was finished. Abruptly, security personnel hurried in, solemn and ready to handle the chaos. They all retreated, but one of them stepped in front of Karlie and Bambi and barked, "We must put an end to this." Karlie was breathing heavily and looking at Bambi when she growled, "You better hope I don't get to you before they do." Bambi squared her shoulders and stood her ground like a real warrior girl, her adrenaline rushing through her veins. "I'm right here. You think a little slap and a broken phone are going to scare me? You're pathetic." Preventing the strain from rising as chaos surrounded them, the MC was up there pleading with the audience to stop yelling their opinions and cheering on their favorite acts like they were at a sporting event because they were about to lose control of the chaotic scene. Hands up in a peace sign. "We want to discuss the issues, not escalate them," the host remarked, but the drama was already out of control and it was too late for everyone.
business with your ex. Yes, I am. But for you to sit up here and say, bitch, bye. Go away.
Going out. Kai and doing business with Kai. Now, nigga, like, she doing business with Kai. First of all, do that. What he told me. You and Bambi better than this. You know, I'm not doing business.
Still, they were around. Bam and Karlie were looking at one another with deadly intentness. You weren't worth my attention at all, and none of them was ready to blink. Karlie's voice came out low and threatening. A security guy grabbed Karlie by the arm and tried to pull her back while he yelled, "You guys need to calm down," Bambi said, laughing sharply to break the tension. "I promise you that I am the best thing that has ever happened to you. The truth is simply too much for you to bear. I'm not done. Let me go. I can handle this myself," she stated. Bambi squinted as she strained against the guard's grip. Adrenaline blazed through her veins. Karlie, go ahead and do it. You don't fear me. The audience gave Karlie's fiery attitude a hearty round of applause. Others stood resolutely for Bambi, but the tension in the room was so intense that it felt like everyone was holding their breath while the two ladies squared up. The host finally broke the tension by stating, "All right, let's take a break. We will resolve this backstage." The two women were escorted off by the guards. It was tense backstage, like a pressure cooker about to blow up, and their last looks of complete disdain for each other, baby, spoke more than words could. You had better believe that the drama was going to explode off stage and that this feud was only getting hotter. Bambi was leaning against the wall, arms crossed, seeming indifferent, while Karlie was still pacing back and forth, mad as a volcano about to blow. "Do you believe that disrespecting me will get you away with it?" Karlie demanded that her tone be sharp enough to the glass that unresolved anger was seeping beneath the surface, waiting for a cause to blow up, while producers were frantically trying to handle the aftermath from the craziness. "You brought this on yourself, and you know it. I'm done with your little games," Bambi retorted, stoic as a rock. Everyone knew that this battle was just a spark in a much larger fire and that the flames would eventually flare up again. Put on your seatbelt because this drama is far from over.
I mean, he's a businessman. I mean, he even tried to do a deal with me. I didn't him. I can see why Bam is upset. Karlie, why in the is you blame her case? You know nobody want to K but you.